You count carbs. You watch your numbers. You try to move more. But if your vitamin status is off even, a little your body has to fight uphill all day. Energy lags, nerves complain, blood vessels stiffen, and your meter tells on you after every meal. Today, we're fixing that with the top 3 vitamins most diabetics are missing, how they impact blood sugar and complications, the smartest food sources, and exactly how to use supplements safely if you need them. No fluff, just a clear, practical plan you can start today. A quick note before we start: this isn't medical advice. If you take anticoagulants like warfarin, diabetes, meds, statins, or diuretics, you must run supplement changes by your clinician. First, food strategies below are safe for most people. Dosing guidance is general and meant to inform a conversation with your provider. Vitamin K2, the traffic cop that puts calcium in the right place. You have diabetes. Your arteries live under constant oxidative stress. Over time, calcium can park in the wrong place: blood vessels and kidneys, while bones and teeth don't get what they need. That's where vitamin K2 shines. Think of it as the traffic cop that activates 2 proteins. MGP keeps calcium out of arteries and osteocalcin escorts calcium into bone. When K2 is low, those proteins sit idle, and calcification creeps up. Bad news for the heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves. Why diabetics run low. High blood sugar ramps up oxidative stress. Insulin resistance dulls K2 activation. Gut issues and antibiotics reduce natural K2 synthesis. And some meds, notably warfarin and sometimes statins, interfere with K cycling. There's no perfect K to blood test, so we infer from diet, symptoms, and risk. Clues can be subtle: slow wound healing, more bruising, stubborn stiffness, or just why do my numbers and blood pressure feel harder to control lately? What to eat often: natto fermented soy, the world's richest source of MK7K2. It doesn't have to be a huge portion, small amounts pack enormous K2. Hard-aged cheeses. Gouda, hard-aged cheeses. Gouda, Romano, egg yolks, pastured chicken, and liver offer MK4K2. Fermented aged foods generally help, but natto is in a league of its own. How to make it practical: if natto's flavor is new, tuck a spoonful into a warm grain bowl with scallions and a splash of tamari, or roll a stripe of natto inside a nori wrap with avocado and cucumber. A few bites, big payoff. Rotate in a small plate of aged cheese with nuts and berries, or scramble to eggs in olive oil with spinach. Supplement snapshot: talk to your clinician first. MK7 from natto, commonly 90 to 120 mcg daily. Longer half-life. Once daily dosing works well. MK-4. Shorter half-life. Higher, more frequent dosing is used clinically. But MK7 is the usual first-line daily pick. Absolutely critical. If you're on warfarin, do not adjust K intake without your prescriber. K2 changes can alter your INR. Best friends on the plate: healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts improve absorption. Vitamin D and magnesium support the same calcium transport systems, so your whole mineral traffic runs smoother. Bottom line, steady K2 helps keep arteries flexible, bones stronger, kidneys safer, and retinal blood flow happier. All pain points in diabetes. Vitamin B5 pantothenic acid. The metabolic gear you didn't know you needed. B5 is the backbone of coenzyme, a tiny engine that turns carbs, fats, and proteins into usable energy. ATP. When B5 is short, your mitochondrial spark dims. Fatigue, brain fog, irritability, headaches, and a metabolism that feels like it's stuck in molasses. Diabetics burn through B vitamins faster thanks to oxidative stress, higher urinary losses, and common meds. Metformin, some lipid-lowering agents that nudge levels down. Why it matters for diabetes. With low B5, You don't make enough CoA2. Smoothly processed fuel that can worsen post-meal sluggishness, encourage weight creep, and amplify nerve symptoms burning, tingling, cramps. Your adrenals also use B5 to craft stress hormones. Low levels make you less stress resilient, which often shows up as higher numbers after everyday hassles. What to eat often? Chicken liver nutrient powerhouse. Salmon, sunflower seeds, portobello. Mushrooms and avocado build simple combos. Sautéed chicken livers with garlicky mushrooms over spinach. Grilled salmon topped with avocado lime salsa. A handful of sunflower seeds over a big salad. Kitchen tip. B5 is sensitive to high heat and long cooking. Favor quick sautés, gentle roasting, steaming, or enjoying foods like seeds, avocado, raw. Supplement snapshot if food isn't enough. General daily intake targets are modest single-digit milligrams, but clinicians may use higher amounts short-term for deficiency. You'll see pantothenic acid or calcium pantothenate on labels. Pairing with a balanced B complex helps keep the B team in sync. If you have neuropathy, your clinician might pair B5 strategies with nerve-supportive nutrients they'll tailor to your meds and labs. Things that drain B5: alcohol, ultra-processed carbs, chronic stress, and frequent antibiotic courses indirectly via the gut. Swap in whole foods, hydrate, and stack small distressors. Walks, breathwork to protect your energy gears. Bottom line, restore B5 and your day often feels different. Cleaner energy, steadier mood, easier weight control, and calmer nerves. Vitamin B1. Thiamine, benfotiamine, the ignition switch for glucose metabolism. Thiamine is how your cells start the engine on glucose. Without enough B1, glucose becomes a stalled fuel that spins off harmful byproducts, inflaming nerves and microvessels in the eyes, kidneys, and heart. Here's the kicker. Studies suggest a large share of people with diabetes run low on thiamine thanks to increased losses in urine, impaired absorption with hyperglycemia, and meds like metformin and diuretics. What low B1 looks like? Early on, it's subtle fatigue, irritability, brain fog. Then you may notice tingling, burning, or numbness in hands, feet, muscle weakness, balance changes, or faster heartbeats under light stress. Mood can slide. Anxiety, depression, and weight control feels harder because metabolism is literally under-powered. What to eat often? Sunflower seeds, flax seeds, black beans, acorn squash, brown rice, pork tenderloin. Easy wins. Sunflower seed crusted salmon. Black bean bowls with roasted squash and cilantro lime yogurt. Brown rice stir fries, heavy on vegetables and lean protein. Kitchen tip: thiamine is water-soluble and heat-sensitive. Don't boil to death. Quick sautés, steaming, pressure cooking beans, then cooling work well. Choose whole grains, legumes, over refined processing. Strips B1 and the fiber your numbers love. Supplement. Snapshot: ask your clinician. Thiamine, HCl, water-soluble, standard for general support. BEN, FOTIAMINE, fat-soluble. B1 achieves higher tissue levels and is often chosen when nerve protection is the goal. Typical ranges your clinician may discuss: benfotiamine 150 to 300 milligrams per day, or thiamine HCl 50 to 100 milligrams day. Individualized to you and your meds. If you're on diuretics, GLT-2 inhibitors, or heavy caffeine, your practitioner may be more proactive. With B1. Things that drain B1. High alcohol intake, very high refined carb diets, large raw freshwater fish intakes, thiaminase, enzyme, IN, sometimes heavy tea, coffee habits around meals. You don't have to quit, just shift timing and upgrade overall diet quality. Bottom line, good B1 is like flipping the key in your metabolic ignition: cleaner glucose handling, calmer nerves, steadier energy, and less mystery fatigue. After meals, how to combine these 3 food-first plan you can start this week. Daily rhythm that works for real life. Breakfast Ideas Greek Yogurt Bowl with ground flax, sunflower seeds, berries, cinnamon, and a drizzle of olive oil, B1 plus fiber. Healthy fat equals slower glucose rise. Veggie scramble, eggs, K2, spinach, mushrooms, B5, tomatoes. Side of avocado, lunch ideas, big salad. Arugula, romaine, salmon B5, olives, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, pumpkin seeds. Lemon olive oil dressing, quinoa bowl with black beans, B1. Roasted acorn squash, BE, sautéed peppers, onions. Spoon of plain yogurt, dinner ideas chicken or pork tenderloin with garlic herb rub. Broccoli and cauliflower mash. Small serving of brown rice B1 or lentil rice. If you tolerate it and your clinician agrees, add a small natto serving once or twice weekly to lock in K2 or rotate aged cheese. Egg yolk dishes. Snack ideas A. Small handful of sunflower seeds or walnuts. Cucumber slices with hummus. A wedge of aged Gouda with apple slices. This pattern builds K2 from eggs, cheese, natto, and keeps B1, B5 humming through seeds, legumes, fish, mushrooms, and whole foods without spiking your meter. Smart Supplement Guide, keep it simple and safe. Vitamin K2 MK7. Many adults land between 90 to 120 mcg once daily with food. If you take warfarin, do not start or change K2 without your prescriber. K2 alters INR control. Benfotiamine B1. Opt in 150 to 300 mg per day for nerve support. Thiamine HCl 50 to 100 mg per day for general coverage. Pantothenic acid B5. Food first. If supplementing, standard daily amounts are modest, or your clinician may use higher short-term in deficiency. Many prefer a balanced B complex, so the B's rise together. Take fat-soluble nutrients K2. Benfotiamine is lipid-friendly with meals that include healthy fat. Space B complex, away from coffee, tea for best absorption. Mistakes that sabotage these vitamins and easy fixes. Healthy but sodium bomb. Deli meats. They push BP up and edge out nutrient-dense proteins. Fix. Roast turkey, chicken at home, and slice. Sauces that secretly spike. Sweet BBQ, honey glazes, and heavy creams bury your progress. Fix. Lemon herb vinaigrettes, yogurt garlic sauce. Olive oil plus vinegar, skipping plants with protein. Protein alone digests fast. Fix. Load non-starchy veggies and use a little healthy fat to slow the curve. Weekend alcohol. Reset. It depletes B vitamins and inflames. Fix. Cap servings. Hydrate and stack extra veg-rich meals the next day. A 7-day vitamin forward. Menu map, plug and play, day 1. Salmon with avocado lime salsa. Roasted broccoli, side of black bean quinoa. Day 2, garlic herb chicken, cauliflower mash. Lemony spinach. A small slice aged Gouda. Day 3, turkey chili beans, peppers, onions, romaine salad with olive oil plus pumpkin seeds. Day 4, stir-fried tofu, veggies over brown rice. Sprinkle sunflower seeds, orange segments. Day 5, pork tenderloin. Roasted Brussels sprouts, acorn squash wedges, a tangy drizzle. Day 6, if approved, small natto portion folded into a warm grain bowl. Cucumber, scallions, sesame, side miso greens. Day 7, lentil rice with mushrooms. Cod arugula tomato salad with olives. Walk 10 to 15 minutes after your main meals. It's a free glucose-lowering tool that synergizes with these nutrients. Dial K. Conclusion dial in K2 to steer calcium to bone and away from arteries. Keep your metabolic engine primed with B5 and turn the glucose key with B1 so your body actually uses the fuel you eat. Stack these vitamins with smart plates, light movement after meals, and you'll feel the shift. Steadier numbers, clearer energy, and calmer nerves. If this helped, Tell me which food upgrade you're trying for stand. What? You want a full meal plan for next?